All right, let's cut right through the noise. This might sting a little, but as men committed to living in reality, it's a truth we have to confront. Just because a woman is in your life, sharing your space, and even sharing your bed, does not mean she truly loves you. Harsh, maybe. Necessary for your self-preservation. Absolutely. See, there's a dangerous fantasy that far too many good men live in. We operate under the assumption that her physical presence automatically equals her emotional investment. We think that because she hasn't left, she must be loyal. We believe her affection is a given, a default setting in the relationship. But this assumption is a trap, and it leaves you exposed and vulnerable. Here's the cold, hard truth that society often shields us from. Sometimes, a woman isn't staying with you out of deep, burning passion or unwavering admiration. She's staying because of pressure from family. She's staying for the comfort and stability you provide. She's staying out of sheer convenience. Or, and this is the one that cuts the deepest, she's staying simply because she hasn't found a better option. Yet, that's a reality that can shatter a man's world. You become a placeholder, a comfortable safety net, and you can feel it in your gut. You pour your heart, your resources, and your future into a relationship, while she's just there, going through the motions. Her light isn't on. That's not a partnership. That's a slow emotional drain. It's a quiet theft of your most valuable assets, your time, your confidence, and your peace of mind. But here's the good news. You do not have to live in that fog of uncertainty. The signs are always there, like a language you just haven't learned to read yet. At Stoic Manhood Guide, we deal in empowering truths, not comfortable lies. So in this video, I'm going to give you the blueprint. We are breaking down the 7 undeniable signs that a woman is forcing herself to be with you. Pay close attention, because ignoring these red flags is a price no man can afford to pay. This isn't just about avoiding heartbreak. It's about reclaiming your power and ensuring the love you give is invested, not just spent. Let's begin. All right, let's get into the mechanics of this. I need you to set aside your ego and your hopes for a minute and just listen with cold, clear logic. These are the diagnostic tools. This is how you find the truth. Sign number 1, her affection is transactional. This is perhaps the most insidious sign because it masquerades as real love. But it's a counterfeit. A woman who is forcing herself to be with you doesn't give affection freely, she spends it. It's emotional currency she uses to purchase something she wants or needs from you. Think about the flow of affection in your relationship. Is it a steady, ambient warmth, always present in the background through small gestures, kind words, and genuine smiles? Or is it like a series of sudden heat lamps that switch on right before a cold front moves in? Let me paint you a picture. For 3 weeks, she's been distant, glued to her phone, offering one-word answers. The emotional climate in your home is Arctic. You feel that familiar knot of anxiety in your stomach. Then, one night, everything changes. She suggests your favorite movie. She cooks your favorite meal. She laughs at your jokes, touches your arm when you speak, and looks at you with a spark you haven't seen in months. You soak it up. You feel a wave of relief because you're starved for it. You think, yes, she's back. We're back. And then, just as you're feeling that high of connection, the bill comes due. Hey, baby, so my car needs new tires, and I'm a little short this month. Or, you know, my friends are all going on that weekend trip, and I was wondering if maybe... Boom. The warmth you felt was just the preheating of the oven. Her affection wasn't a gift, it was leverage. It was a calculated performance designed to lower your defenses and make you more agreeable to her request. A woman who genuinely loves you will support you even when she needs nothing. Her kindness won't have a price tag. She'll check in on you during a tough day at work just because she's thinking of you, not because rent is due next week. Her desire for closeness won't be conveniently timed with her personal emergencies. So here's your first piece of fieldwork. Start paying attention to the timing of her affection. Become a student of the pattern. Is it spontaneous or is it strategic? Is it a consistent climate or is it a series of calculated weather events? This distinction is everything. And I want you to be honest with yourself right now. If you've ever felt that transactional shift, where affection feels like the prelude to a withdrawal, go down to the comments and just type the word timing. You don't have to tell your story, but by adding your voice, you're acknowledging the reality for yourself and showing other men they are not alone in this. Recognizing the pattern is the first step. Sign number 2, intimacy feels more like a duty. This one is a gut punch because it corrupts the one place a man is supposed to feel most desired. When a woman is truly in love with you, physically and emotionally, intimacy is an act of mutual exploration and connection. It's something she craves. But when she's forcing it, intimacy transforms from a passion into a task. It becomes a chore on her to-do list, somewhere between take out the trash and file the bills. You'll feel this not in the frequency, but in the quality. The act might still be happening, but the soul is gone from it. You'll notice her body is present, but her mind is a million miles away. There's no passionate engagement, no urgency in her touch. Her eyes might be closed, or worse. They're open, but they're looking right through you. It feels mechanical, rehearsed. She's just going through the motions to fulfill what she perceives as a contractual obligation of the relationship. Many men make a critical mistake here. They tell themselves, well, at least it's happening, right? Maybe she's just tired or stressed. We make excuses because the alternative, that she simply does not desire us, is too painful to confront. But a Stoic man confronts reality. Tiredness and stress can affect libido, absolutely. But they don't erase the underlying spark of desire. A woman who is tired but loves you might initiate a different kind of intimacy. A cuddle, a deep kiss, a heartfelt conversation. Her energy still flows toward you. But a woman who is forcing it doesn't just lack energy, she lacks presence. The experience feels hollow. You walk away from it feeling more alone than you did before. It's like eating a meal with zero nutritional value. It fills your stomach, but it doesn't nourish you. True intimacy is an active verb. It's about being seen, heard, and desired for who you are. It's an emotional dialogue spoken through touch. Obligatory intimacy is a monologue. It's the physical equivalent of her nodding along while scrolling through her phone. It's a performance to keep the peace, to prevent a fight. To check a box so you won't question her commitment. If you have ever felt that chilling sense of emotional absence in what should be the most intimate of moments, if you know what it feels like to be with someone who isn't really there, drop the word Siman in the comments below. Acknowledging this counterfeit passion is the first step toward seeking the real thing. Sign number 3. She praises other men more than you. Admiration is the oxygen of masculine energy in a relationship. A man needs to feel that his woman genuinely respects and looks up to him. When a woman is truly in love, Her man is her hero. He is her standard. She might acknowledge that other men are successful or attractive, but in her eyes, he is the prize. When that love is forced, her admiration begins to wander. It starts looking for a new place to land, and you will hear it in her words. This is a massive red flag that men often try to ignore because it stabs directly at their ego. It will show up in subtle ways. You'll be watching a movie, and she'll sigh, "Wow, look how driven and ambitious that character is. It's so attractive." She'll come home from work and talk endlessly about her coworker Mark. Mark is just so disciplined with his fitness. He's in the gym every morning at 5 a.m. It's really inspiring. She'll talk about how confident her male friend is, or how her ex was so good at fixing things around the house. Meanwhile, your accomplishments are met with lukewarm responses. You get a promotion at work, and she says, "Oh, that's nice, honey," before changing the subject. You fix the leaky faucet, and she doesn't even notice. In her stories, other men are presented in 4K Technicolor, full of admirable qualities. You are presented in black and white. Over time, this is devastatingly effective at eroding your confidence. It's a form of psychological warfare. She is subconsciously, or consciously, communicating that you are not meeting her standards. She is holding up other men as a measuring stick, and you are constantly coming up short. A woman who loves you builds you up. She is your biggest cheerleader. She brags about you to her friends. She makes you feel like a king, even when you don't feel like one yourself. She doesn't need to constantly look outside the relationship for inspiration, because you are her inspiration. Don't rationalize this behavior. Don't tell yourself she's just making observations. When a woman's praise is consistently directed outward, it means her heart and respect are following suit. You've been demoted from the man to just a man in her life. This is a critical checkpoint for your self-respect. If you feel you're constantly living in the shadow of other men's perceived virtues, type a Rayan below. It's time to stop competing in a game you never signed up for. Sign number 4. She's more loyal to comfort than to you. This is one of the most difficult signs to accept, because it means the entire foundation of the relationship might be a lie. A woman can be completely committed to the relationship without being committed to you. What does that mean? It means she's loyal to the lifestyle, the stability, the roof over her head, the financial support, and the security of not having to face the world alone. You are not the person she loves. You are the provider of the comfort she is afraid to lose. You are the house, not the home. Her loyalty is to the structure, not the soul living inside it. How can you tell the difference? A relationship's true foundation is only revealed under pressure. When things are going well, the money is flowing, life is easy. The path is smooth, it's impossible to tell. But watch what happens when a storm hits. Let's say you lose your job, or your business hits a rough patch. A woman who is loyal to you will step up. She'll become your partner in the struggle. Her affection might even deepen. She'll say, "Don't worry, we're a team. We'll figure this out together." Her loyalty is to the man. So when the man is tested, her loyalty is activated. But a woman who is loyal to the comfort will begin to pull away. She'll become distant, irritable, and anxious. Her support will feel thin and resentful. She's not worried about you, she's worried about the lifestyle you provide. Her internal calculator is running overtime, trying to figure out if the comfort she gets from staying is still worth the new effort required. She isn't your partner, She's an investor checking on a failing stock. Men often mistake this kind of loyalty. We see that she's been with us for years, through ups and downs, as long as the downs are minor, and we assume it's love. But real love isn't a fair-weather commitment. It's a storm-proof shelter. Think about it. Is her primary emotional state one of excitement about you, or is it one of relief from the world? Is she with you because you set her soul on fire, or because you pay the heating bill? If she were to find a more comfortable, more secure, or more lavish situation tomorrow, would she hesitate to leave? If the answer is no, or if you're unsure, then you are not her partner. You are her safety net. This truth is a heavy one. And if it resonates, I want you to do something different. Share this video with one other man in your life who you think needs to hear this. Sometimes the best way to see our own situation clearly is to help a brother see his. A man's strength is multiplied by the strength of his tribe. Sign number 5, her effort drops, but her expectations rise. In the beginning of any relationship, both people are usually on their best behavior. The effort is high. She dressed up for you. She planned dates. She was playful. She listened intently. She was your biggest supporter. She was investing. When a woman is forcing herself to love you, over time you'll notice a stark and infuriating shift. Her effort in the relationship will plummet to the bare minimum, while her expectations of your effort will either stay the same or, in many cases, actually increase. The relationship slowly transforms into a one-way street. You're the only one driving it forward. She stops putting in the effort to look good for you. She stops initiating conversations that aren't about problems or logistics. She stops showing appreciation for the things you do. She stops contributing to the fun, the romance, the connection. She becomes a passive passenger in the relationship you are solely responsible for fueling and navigating. And yet, she still expects you to be her rock. She demands your time, your emotional energy, your patience, and your resources. She gets upset if you don't plan an elaborate birthday for her, even though she forgot yours. She expects you to listen to her complain about work for an hour, but tunes out the second you start talking about your day. It's a business partnership where one partner has stopped investing completely, but is still demanding higher dividends. Here's where men need a wake-up call. We often tolerate this imbalance because we're afraid of conflict. We don't want to rock the boat. We tell ourselves, well, that's just how long-term relationships get. No, it is not. That is how a dying relationship gets. When a woman genuinely loves and respects you, her effort may change and evolve, but it never vanishes. She still wants to impress you. She still wants to contribute. The relationship remains a partnership, a dance of give and take. If you are constantly over-functioning, carrying the entire emotional and logistical weight of the relationship while receiving little in return, you are not in a partnership. You are being used. And the more you tolerate it, the less she respects you. Women are not attracted to men they can walk all over. They admire men who have standards. Take an honest inventory of the effort in your relationship. Is it a two-way street or a dead end for your energy? If you feel that imbalance, type the word BLNCE in the comments. It's an acknowledgement that you deserve a partner, not a project. Sign number 6. She avoids future plans with you. When a woman truly loves you, she sees you in her tomorrow. It's a natural, unavoidable part of her psychology. Her future vision instinctively begins to merge with yours. You will hear it in her language, long before any official plans are made. She'll use the word "where" when talking about the future. I can't wait until we can take a trip there. When we buy a house one day, it has to have a big yard. You are already written into the script of her future. But when she's forcing herself to be with you, the future is a topic she will skillfully avoid. Because deep down, she doesn't want to commit to a future she isn't excited about. She wants to keep her options open. Pay close attention to her reaction when you bring up long-term topics. Mention moving in together, marriage, or even just a vacation 6 months from now. Does she engage enthusiastically, adding her own ideas, or does she become vague and evasive? She might say things like, "Let's not rush things," or "I just want to focus on the present right now," or she'll change the subject entirely. She might make concrete future plans with her friends, her family, and for her career, but her future with you remains a blurry, undefined fog. Men often misinterpret this as her being careful or taking things slow. But there's a huge difference between careful pacing and outright avoidance. A woman who is carefully pacing still gives you signs of forward momentum. A woman who is avoiding gives you nothing but roadblocks and detours. The brutal truth is, she is actively imagining a life without you. She's keeping you in the present because you're convenient now, but she is reserving her future for someone or something else. She's a character in the current chapter of your life, but she has no intention of being in the sequel. Too many men ignore this sign because they're comfortable in the present. But that present comfort is a down payment on future heartbreak. One day, you'll wake up years later and she'll finally admit, "I just don't see a future with you," leaving you devastated and wondering how you missed the signs. The signs were there. You just chose not to read them. Don't let that be you. If you bring up the future and she consistently shuts it down, she's not being careful. She's showing you the exit. If this sounds familiar, type the word FUTUR below. Acknowledge that you deserve to be with someone who is excited to build a life with you, not just alongside you for now. Sign number 7. She's emotionally present elsewhere. This is the final and perhaps most painful sign. A woman can be sitting right next to you on the couch and still be 1,000 miles away. When she is forcing herself to love you, her body may stay, but her emotional energy, her focus, her excitement, her vitality, has already left the building. You will feel this as a profound sense of distance, even when you're physically close. The conversations become shallow, sticking to logistics and surface-level topics. How was your day? Fine. What do you want for dinner? I don't care. There's no depth, no curiosity. You'll notice her excitement is reserved for things outside of your relationship. Her face lights up when she gets a text from a friend. She laughs freely and loudly when she's on the phone with her sister. Her attention is completely absorbed by her social media feed, scrolling endlessly while you sit in the same room in total silence. She is physically in the room with you, but her emotional GPS shows her location is somewhere else entirely. When a woman is in love, her partner is her emotional center of gravity. She wants to share her day with you. The wins, the frustrations, the funny little stories. You are her safe space, her sounding board, her partner in crime. Her energy naturally flows in your direction. When she's forcing it, you cease to be that person. Someone else or something else. Her friends, her hobby, her phone gets the best of her emotional energy. You get the leftovers, the tired, drained, and disinterested version of her. You mistake her physical presence for genuine connection, but you are sharing a space, not a life. This is the final stage before the end. Once her emotional energy has been consistently reinvested somewhere else, it is only a matter of time before her physical presence follows. She's not loving you, she is, at best, cohabitating with you. At worst, she is enduring you. Don't blind yourself to this reality. If the version of her that is vibrant, engaged, and alive is a version you rarely get to see, then you are not getting the love you deserve. You are getting a roommate who shares your bed. And this is a critical moment. Recognizing these signs is step one. The next step is knowing how to build a foundation of genuine attraction and respect so you never find yourself in this position again. To do that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because in our upcoming videos, we're going to break down the pillars of masculine frame and unwavering self-respect. Protecting your peace starts now. So there you have it. The 7 signs. From the transactional affection to the emotional absence, these aren't just small quirks in a relationship. They are cracks in the very foundation. It's a raw, uncomfortable truth to swallow. A woman can build a life around you without ever truly building a life with you. For years, you can be nothing more than a convenient placeholder, a comfortable stop on her journey to somewhere or someone else. But I didn't make this video to leave you feeling cynical or defeated. I made it to hand you a map and a flashlight in a dark room. The entire philosophy here at Stoic Manhood Guide is that ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is vulnerability. The pain of recognizing this truth today is infinitely less than the chronic pain of living a lie for the next 5 or 10 years. This knowledge is your shield. The power is now back in your hands, because you can see the game for what it is. You get to decide if the person you're with is a true partner or just a passenger. And this is a conversation that needs to continue. We are a community of men dedicated to facing reality and building better lives. So I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 signs hit the closest to home? Drop a comment below. You don't have to share your whole story, but simply acknowledging the truth is a powerful first step, both for you and for the other men reading. If this video gave you a moment of clarity, do 2 things for the community. First, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that this is a valuable message that more men need to see. Second, think of one man in your life, a friend, a brother, a cousin, who might be living in this fog. Share this video with him. A single moment of uncomfortable truth can save him years of wasted life and protect his peace of mind. And finally, this journey doesn't end here. Recognizing the red flags is defense. Our next step is to build an unshakable offense. To be a part of that, and to continue equipping yourself with the tools for a sovereign life, make sure you subscribe to Stoic Manhood Guide and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Remember, your peace is your responsibility. Protect it. Until next time.